All right, what is going on, guys? So I'm still in isolation, day number 5 because of COVID. Feeling better, a little bit of coughing, but yeah, it's just I don't have an excuse now not to make videos. So a guy actually DM'd me on Instagram and asked me to make this video because some of you might not know, some of you might know, I was dealing with a herniated disc. Yeah, had an accident, had an injury in the deadlift, but still managed to recover from it and go all the way from not being able to deadlift 100 kilos to deadlifting 340. So yeah, I managed to overcome it with some smart training and smart recovery work. So basically, it happened April 18th, 2018. I had been training, everything going well, but I had just started training about a year earlier. I had been pretty lucky injury-wise. Yeah, I didn't have the best technique. I was just lifting with my lower back, not using my ass or hamstrings, or I was just pretty bad form, pretty round back. And then eventually, of course, I was idiot, decided to max out, went for 260 kilograms, and as soon as I got it up to my knees, I heard a pop, and then I just fuck, and then still gonna finish it. There's no way I'm not gonna finish, and hitched it up. And after that, I just felt like, oh shit, what the hell has happened here? I couldn't sit, I could barely walk. And yeah, so I was pretty scared. Somehow I managed to put the weights back, even though there were tons of guys with me. But I put it back myself. You should always put your weights back, no matter what. But anywho, I was pretty scared. The next day at work, I was so stiff. I couldn't barely walk. I could only walk like this. I couldn't, turn my hips or nothing. And also I was crooked. My hip was leaning to the side. My whole body was just sort of deformed. And I had some nerve damage in my leg or something. So yeah, it really had an impact. And it was like this for a while. I thought it would just go away. And it's just going to go away. But it didn't. So eventually, after a few months of it not going away, it actually got so bad that it was pinching a nerve leading down to my leg, and I couldn't keep my leg straight. I couldn't be sitting down for more than 20 minutes. I couldn't drive my car for more than 20 minutes because I had to stop it, move, stand up, and yeah, it was just absolute hell. And eventually, I decided to go to a chiropractor called Gummi Kiro. He's something of a celebrity here in Iceland now. He wasn't, but when I went to him, so that's pretty fun to see. But yeah, he told me, I have a herniated disc, and he, had to go through. I had to go through a few appointments with him, where he put me on the side, and then he took my arms, took my legs, crossed them, and then sort of jumped to to crack my hip. And put it like it's supposed to be, and started seeing some fast improvements. But then I decided to be stupid because I was pretty poor. I couldn't afford I couldn't always afford to go to him, so I decided, no, I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm gonna crack my back myself. So I would lay on the floor and sort of put my hips together. Can't do it here, and hold myself to the floor and twist my hips until like it cracked, just like the same way he does. But when you don't know what you're doing, you're just making things worse. And I would do this every day, twice a day, and it kept the injury there. It didn't allow the body to rehabilitate, to form some sort of layer of protection around my spleen, my L4, my discs. And yeah, so every time I would deadlift, I would feel very unbalanced. Everything would be sort of very unbalanced. I could feel my hip being crooked, and yeah, that was really stupid. I thought I was doing good until I finally asked the chiropractor, "Hey, I've been doing this actually at home. Isn't that good to be cracking it myself?" And he was like, "No, no, 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 no. If you don't know what you're doing a terrible thing. You need to let the body, to have some time to, stabilize after and everything." And so I started just like, oh shit. And I've been doing that for like 6, 7, 8 months or something. So yeah. Stupid, Theodore. Stupid. Don't play doctor. By the way, just a disclaimer while we're talking about doctors, I am not a doctor. I just wanted to share my experience with how I fixed my herniated disc. But yeah, I'm just trying to share my experience. I can't tell you what you should do, but yeah. I had a couple of backlashes. I think I made a YouTube video once, Injury Strikes Again. And yeah, I was in the squat, and I didn't really know how to squat that well, but yeah, so I was in a safety bar squat, and then all of a sudden when I was trying to push up, it just felt cracked, and terrible thing to happen when you're in a squat. But yeah, so that happened there. Freaked out, got an emergency appointment with the chiropractor, and he helped me. So yeah, I thought this should just be. Would this just be my future? Always going to a chiropractor, always going back and back and back. And yeah, eventually I, because of money problems, I stopped going, and I stopped doing strongman, stopped everything. But then I started watching a good friend of the Australian strength coach, a coach that I follow a lot, because he coached half Thor and everything, and I started following a friend of his called Andrew Locke. Very, very smart guy, knows what he's doing. I started watching his videos, and they had a great benefit. One of the key things that I changed and what I learned with watching Andrew Locke was I formulated my own warm-up routine. I got to the knowledge, I acquired the knowledge that I in the past had not been warming up the proper muscles, activating them before my big lifts, the deadlift, the squat, all of the cues that require the core and butt and everything, the glutes, they are a part of your core, where everything needs to be really activated and using the right muscles and very fine-tuned, and yeah, can't stress that enough. So I formulated this warm-up routine, which consisted of these exercises. So 20 per each leg of these standing glute activation thing I do. 20 each for 2 times, so 20, 20, 20, 20. And then I go straight down, go and do a plank, 30 seconds, and then down to a side plank, 15 seconds, and then to the other side, 15 seconds, rest a little bit for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then again, 30-second plank, where I really focus on squeezing everything, squeezing all the core, everything. I'm not just trying to get through the 30 seconds, I'm trying to squeeze and activate every single muscle in my body, and including the glutes, trying to squeeze the glutes really hard as well. And then 15-second side plank again, 15-second side plank again on the other side. And then what I do is dog flies, and really try to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And really try to focus on squeezing everything, squeezing the core while I'm doing it. And yeah, sometimes I throw in one-legged ab curl, 5 reps with each leg, 1 down, 1 up, and then 1 down, 1 up. So that's really how I've been able to avoid injury, how avoid it happening again. And that's just by doing core activation work before each exercise. I never ever take this out. I always leave it in. Maybe if I'm doing bench, I'll skip it. But for squats, deadlifts, shoulders, Everything where it's the core that's doing a lot of the work, I do it, and yeah, it's paid off really well. So yeah, I can't do anything but I can't really do anything but recommend doing this, and yeah, I think it's actually a big part of why I've been so successful last year is this routine, keeping everything. I feel like many guys that I've come across, they're like this isn't macho enough for them. You know, they just want to hit it. They're going to do planks. They're like warming up their ass. Girls warm up their ass. Men don't warm up their butts. Men don't warm up their butts. Only women do. Before I go them. I'm a man. I'm not just any man. I'm Batman. So yeah, brush the ego aside. I also decided to be really smart with my training. It was not just this, but also like listening a lot to my body. Like if I feel my core, if everything, and if anything is going to give out, and at the 4th set out of 5, I skip the 5th set. I know I'm not going to do it if I feel like there's any chance I might injure myself again. So try to listen to my body a lot, not just power through. Sometimes I do if I believe I believe that I can do it, but sometimes I'm like, no, listen to your body, Theodore. It's really tough to learn to listen to your body, but it's something I think it takes time. I think it takes experience, seeing what pushes you over the edge, and yeah, so that's what I've been able to do. And I've been able to avoid injury this far, and I hope I can continue to do so this year. That's what my goal last year was to get through the summer of competitions injury-free. I managed to do that, and I'm going to try to do it again this year, for the longevity. Injuring yourself can set you back so much, so I don't want to do that, yeah. So anywho, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check out my other social media accounts. I would really appreciate it. Check out Go On Nutrition. I'll see you guys. Live long and prosper. Bye.